Okay, so today we're going to be talking about opposites of a number, or opposite of an integer. Okay? Think about some opposites that you may know. What would you say is like the opposite of white?
Three.
The color white. Black? Okay. What is the opposite of a right turn? Left turn, right? Well, numbers have opposites also. All right? And this video that we're going to watch from Khan Academy is going to help us kind of come up with a definition and determine what is an opposite of a number.
Let's think about what it means to have an opposite of a number. So let me draw a number line here. So let's draw a number line. And let's put some numbers on this number line. So we can start at 0. And if we go to the right, we have positive numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. As we go to the left, we get more and more negative. So negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4, and I could keep going on and on and on. So let's pick one of these numbers. Let's say that we pick the number 3. What is going to be the opposite of the number 3? Well, the opposite of the number is a number that's the same distance from 0, but on the other side. So 3 is 3 to the right of 0. 1, 2, 3. So its opposite is going to be 3 to the left of 0. 1, 2, 3. So the opposite of 3 is negative 3. Let me make a little table here. So if we have the number, and then we have its opposite. We have its opposite. So we just figured out that if you have the number 3, its opposite is going to be negative 3. Now what if your number is negative? What if your number, let's say the number negative 4? What's the opposite of that? And I encourage you to pause the video and try to think about it on your own. Well, you say, okay, negative 4 is right over here.
All right, what's the opposite of negative 4?
4.
4. Why?
Because 4 away from 0.
Because it's 4 away from 0 on the other side, right?
That's negative 4. It is 4 to the left of 0. 1, 2, 3, 4 to the left of 0. So its opposite is going to be 4 to the right of it. So 1, 2, 3, 4. It's going to be positive. It's going to be positive 4. And so you're probably starting to see a pattern here. The opposite of a number is going to be the opposite sign of that number. If you have a positive 3 here, its opposite is going to be negative 3. If you start with negative 4, its opposite is going to be positive 4. So one way to think about it, it's going to have the same absolute value, but have a different sign. Or another way to think about it is, however, if this is 3 to the right of 0, its opposite is going to be 3 to the left of 0. Or if the number is 4 to the left of 0, its opposite is going to be 4 to the right of 0. So we'll do one last one. What is the opposite of, what's going to be the opposite of 1? Well, 1 is 1 to the right of 0, so its opposite is going to be 1 to the left of 0, or negative 1. Or another way to think about it, 1 is positive, so its opposite is we're going to change the sign. Instead of being positive, it's going to be negative. It's going to be negative 1. Either way you could think about it.
Okay, so we're going to do a couple of problems just like he did up on the board. We're going to make the table, okay, and do a few examples on the board. Okay.
In another video, we already talked about what an opposite of a number is, but we'll review it a little bit. If we start with a positive number,
all right. So, what's another word in math? And we've talked about this word before, okay? Another word in math that has the same meaning as opposite.
Hey,
Do you guys remember it starts with an I?
Integers.
Integers is a number. There's another word in math that has the same meaning as opposite.
I don't know.
You don't know? Remember inverse? You remember inverse? Okay. Inverse is just a more kind of mathematical or technical term for the term opposite. It means the same thing. Okay? Additive inverse. Okay? Additive inverse is a number that you can add to the integer, the opposite number you can add to the given integer. So if I was given a 3, okay, and I wanted to do an additive inverse, what would be my additive inverse of 3? -3, good. Okay, I would add these two integers together, and what would I get?
0.
0. Okay? So we learn about opposites and we learn about additive inverse to help us, for us to know that those two integers added together are always going to give us 0, no matter what the number is. Okay? If I start with -6, what is my additive inverse or my opposite number?
6.
6, right? I add them together, what is my sum going to be?
0.
0. All right, so opposite, additive inverse, kind of the same, has the same definition. Okay? What are some things that you guys can think of, like in the real world, where we see additive inverse? What are some examples we can give from the real world where we use additive inverse, or where additive inverse comes into play? If I am on the 3rd floor of a building, okay, and I want to get to the ground level, level 0, how many floors am I going down?
3.
3, right? So I'm up here on the 3rd floor. Okay, I'm up 3 floors. I'm going to go down 3 floors. Okay, and I get to level 0. Good. Okay, these are going to be some of the activities that you're doing. Most of them are going to be on the number line, just like he did in the video. Okay, but some of them will be a little bit more real world stuff like this as well that you guys are going to do right now in your independent part of the lesson on Khan Academy. Okay, so we're going to pass out the tablets, and you guys are going to go ahead and get going on that independent portion of the lesson. Okay, nice job, guys.